Hello to my Sagittarius. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Someone told me that you did not have your video up for uh, your most recent video. So here we go. So I believe that the moon is in Cancer, and we're actually going to have a full moon in your sign. We're going to have a full strawberry moon in your sign. So look for your video to go up. If you're on the Patreon side, look for your video to go up very, very soon. Like if you're watching the video on Saturday, if you're watching it on May 31st, look for it to go up on May 31st. If you're on the Patreon side, and the link is below. So welcome, coming back, welcome back. Hopefully you all are having a great weekend so far. And like I said, thank you for notifying me. Sometimes when I film videos, they may not make the cut. So if they don't, thank you for notifying me when they don't. I appreciate it. So here we go. New you, new love, new career, new life. New. All right. So make sure you see it. All right. Okay. Make sure my mic is on. I don't want to get through the whole video. I did that one time for you all before, and I went back to play it back. Sagittarius. And I was like, okay, I see my hands moving. I see the cards flipping. Don't hear any sound. Okay, right. So I want to make sure the battery did not go out. So, all right, looks like we're good. Alrighty, let's get an angel number for you all. Let's get an angel number for you all. Let's see what's going on here. So yeah, when the moon moves into Cancer, that is a great time to create, because Cancer is ruled by the moon, and the moon has an affinity with water, right? So water is where, create. That's where all those creative ideas come to, plant that seed. You start thinking all these creative ideas come to you. That's where you grab that notepad, you go in, and you say, okay, I need to just jot down ideas. They should be flowing to you. Grab your water, relax. Here we have forthright. So practice saying no. So yeah, somebody is, kind of shutting some things down so you can let these creative ideas flow to you. So this is a good thing. So your angels want to alert you to your tendency to confuse yes with no, because you got a lot of new things coming here. So, and they are asking you to stop. So people know you have a hard time not doing what they ask you to, and they have been taking advantage. So it's time to say no confidently 10 times today. Look in the mirror and practice a way of saying no, right? So, yeah. So you got a lot of creative ideas. That number 9 is a creative number, right? So some people are so used to you saying yes when they want you to do something, because you all are a mutable sign. Some people are so used to you kind of going along with their flow, so they may get upset. Could be two karmics that feel some kind of way about you saying no because you're trying to stay focused, because they've been holding on to something, some kind of feelings around something. So you're gonna have to be forthright and just say nope. You're trying to stay focused. You're trying to stay focused. Trying to stay focused. So, yep. So if you're trying to create something, somebody's gonna have to really kind of stick to their no's, right? Stick to just saying no. Especially if you're working on something. Some of you all have homework you got to do. Some of you all writing books. Some of you all are creating screenplays. Some of y'all are writing songs. Some of y'all are making travel plans. Somebody's just going to say no. Like, okay, you're trying to do something. So, all right, let's get into it. All right. Yeah, this is a great time. Whenever the moon moves into Cancer, that should be an exciting time for a lot of people, because it's a perfect time to create. Grab your water or whatever, your comfort food or drink is, water, juice, and get to creating, right? Use that time wisely. The color orange right there is feeling. Like somebody has a feeling. It's like, okay, you're just in this really creative mood. So some people know how to use that time wisely. They take that time and say, you know what? They're going to grab a spot and just start creating, right? There it is. Yeah, it's time for you to thrive. This you right here. Usually the 10 of swords is a person who is just kind of lying down with 10 swords. And then with this deck right here, this person is up, hair blowing through the wind. This person is thinking thriving, right? So this person is not lying down. It's like you're not letting any grass grow up under your feet. You're doing something creative, right? Yeah. So you're making money. Something about you're making money. right? You're being conservative with your time. It's kind of part of somebody's legacy, kind of part of your legacy. That was something that's passed down to you. It's like when you are in receiving mode, you get your creative time. Somebody is just very conservative with their time, and that's how you balance things out for yourself. When some kind of injustice has been done behind your back, where it's returning money, where people have caused you to lose money, instead of you repaying evil for evil, you just say nope. You just balance it out within. You just balance it out within. You let source handle something. You say nope. You just tap in. So here, instead of you feel like your back is against the wall, you just tap into source, and source gives you creative ideas. You don't get depressed about it. You just tap in, right? So looking at your cards here, I feel like some people may be feeling like you're obsessed with somebody may have said you're obsessed with some things because they don't know what was done behind your back. That's because they don't know what was done behind your back. That's what it is. So they may say, oh, they're obsessed with working. They just seem like they're just obsessed with money. They don't know what people did to you behind your back, though. They have no idea. None. Yep. Yeah. That's why. Yeah. 4 and 3 is 7. People that have no idea. So you're just letting people talk. You're letting people talk. You're letting them create whatever narrative they want to create. They have no idea what was done. Yeah, they have no idea what was done. All because people thought your financial independence meant they could just take whatever they wanted to take from you. Yeah, they have no idea what people did to you. None. So you got new everything coming your way. Multiple streams of income as well. Yeah. So that's the frequency that you're on. This is why somebody works so hard, because so much stuff that has been done behind your back to take what you've created. So it's like every time you get to a point where you've poured out and people have stolen your stuff, and this is what this is. You poured out and people have actually stolen it, like to try to end you, to cause you to be depressed and be angry and frustrated. You just tap into source. That's what this is. So, yeah. So you'll be celebrating something very, very soon. Something is coming to an end very soon. Because somebody is now being an open book. Somebody's starting to talk. Somebody is starting to talk and tell some things because of the level of compassionate. Somebody is starting to open up and be more compassionate about something that was done. Somebody is starting to talk and they're starting to say what was actually done to you. So you see the devil in the major arcana and the minor arcana, right? So some people, these two energies right here, thought that they had gotten away with something because they feel like something was their way or the highway, right? So they thought, okay, they just slithered away. They got away with stealing something. Some people had done something behind your back and thought they got away with some money. But someone in this mix here is very compassionate and they're like, nah, that's not fair. That's not right. And so somebody just kind of sort of said, no, they're surrendering. They're really like just saying, no. They had somebody prayed about something first. Somebody prayed about something and they said, you know what? And so source gave somebody some ideas of like what to do. Yeah. Somebody gave some ideas, some ideas about what to do. Somebody said that you were baited into something. But somebody's telling somebody what was done. So judgment is coming down on somebody. Judgment is coming down on two people for doing something what they did to you behind your back. All for a new lease on life. All to have for somebody to have a whole new lease on life. Yeah. It caused a bunch of confusion. Dark magician energy caused a bunch of confusion. So somebody Somebody has been showing a lot of compassion. Somebody's showing a lot of compassion towards you, in your ninth house, and just your, the fact that you've invested so much into something in terms of your legacy, and how these energies wanted to, it's like these energies, whoever these energies were, they saw you being financially independent and they wanted a piece of the pie. But instead of them saying, hey, let's get into some kind of a partnership, what they decided to do was do some kind of baiting you into something. They did it in a very slick way to bait you into something. It's like not even telling you what was going on, to lower your worth and your value, all for them to have a whole new lease on life. But okay, by bullying a loved one, playing mind games, playing mind games. So somebody told, so now something has come to light. Something has come to light. All right, so all new everything. Something has come to light about somebody, about what was done to somebody. By their ex. Somebody's ex did something. hmm It's like somebody's exes got together. They started talking, devised a plan, came up with somebody's depressed. They came up with, somebody had mental health issues. Like whatever this is, somebody that you have in common with this person. Like they saw that somebody was thriving. They say, oh, we got an idea. We got an idea. We can, somebody was bullied, played all these mind games with somebody because somebody was an open book. He had a lot of ideas. But somebody reported something. That's what this is. I don't know who this was. It could have been just, yeah, I don't know who this was, but somebody reported. Somebody said something. But you're learning how to practice saying no. That's what you're learning, how to practice saying no to something. Something like you're learning how to create this pearl, like pearls of wisdom. Something like here. So with this person up here, something it looks like I don't know if this looks like a nun or something like here. Something it's like you're dropping pearls of wisdom, like you're giving people pearls of wisdom when it comes to relationships. And like what to share, what not to share with people, like what type of information to share, what type of information not to share, so people can't use it, something against people use it against people later on. Like don't talk about money, don't talk about your health or mental health or whatever the case may be. Like certain things should be taboo, off the table, like people could use against you, your court and all this other mess. I feel like somebody is now learning how to share some kind of wisdom, pearls of wisdom. That's what I'm getting here. Like things like money, off limits, don't talk about money. So whoever you are, you could be talking to your kids or grandkids. I feel somebody could have grandkids. But whoever you're talking to, um, something you're not going back to. Something you're not going back to it net anymore, because these energies just get too much joy out of causing too much confusion. You're done. Somebody has some kind of idea that these energies were just a little bit too excited about something. You couldn't figure out why they were excited about what they were excited about. Yeah. It just seemed like they were bringing out the dark side of somebody, and they just seemed like they were just a little bit too excited about, shaming somebody. I don't know who this is, but like it just seemed like they were just too excited about talking negatively about somebody that family, their own family. Something to you seemed odd. Yeah, somebody had a God complex, but they were trying to project that onto somebody else. But anyway, here we have Princess of Pentacles here. They was trying to say somebody act like they're princes, like they're too good for something or whatever. Like whatever, who knows? Something to you just seemed odd, right? Somebody was talking about somebody flying around places, they going here and going there, and yeah, something was just very heartbreaking and disappointing for you to hear. Just to hear that kind of talk coming from people who say they love people, right? They don't like what they see when they look in the mirror. They don't know who they are. And I feel like for you hearing that, like being in that same air, like talking, like that's what you have in common. It's like you and somebody have that in common. It's just like, how do people talk about their own loved ones like that? Like, wouldn't so that's why it's all new everything for you. People comparing people who look the best, like it was a beauty pageant. I mean, something for you in hindsight, you're saying if you had known what you know now back then, you would have just gotten up and walked out when it came to two energy. You would have just gotten up and walked out of somewhere, knowing what you know now. But something was just no compassion whatsoever. None. It's like you and somebody sitting around listening to something, you can see how somebody would have been depressed. How two people would have been depressed with all that judgment. But anyway, so it's just saying you're learning how to rise above the judgment. And you could be taking a vacation. I feel like you could be taking a vacation, just kind of getting away from it all. Just meditating. Yeah. Because you're just getting your head clear. And I feel like you getting your head clear is more of just like cutting away all the negative. Somebody's been around so much negativity for so long, hearing hurtful things about people's loved ones, hearing about money and just toxicity and people flying places and taking vacations and all of this other mess. So now somebody's saying it's just a new you, new love, new career, new life. Yeah. So yes, I feel like you're just getting ready to go relax, just recharge, reset. Because I feel like you love. I mean, well, of course you're a Sagittarius. You love to travel. So whoever you are, somebody was just obsessed. Somebody was really just obsessed with just like judging, judging their own child. Because six looks like a curved back with a bulging belly. So just like judging their own kids' worth, their own kids or grandkids' worth, like trying to make people feel worthless, like trying to decide who was worth more or worth less, and then determining by like it was a beauty pageant. Mm, mm, mm. So here we have music. I feel like somebody's getting ready to go sit down and listen to some music somewhere to end out, to end out maybe the weekend or end out the day or something. Music is going to be something that's just going to kind of relax somebody. Music. That's going to break up the monotony and clear out any negativity. Music, you'll be listening to drum sounds or whatever. That's what music does. But yeah, somebody's getting away from karmics. People who have unresolved anger, frustration, whatever they got in their spirit. Who knows what this is, but just determined to just bring the dark side out of people. So anyway, that is what I have for you. So you're going in to create something, and music is a great way to kind of sort of unwind, to think about like what you want to create. So somebody may be listening to some music and thinking about what you want to create next. So that's a great idea for you. That's great. But yeah, you're practicing saying no. So somebody's practicing saying no. I feel like somebody is ready to thrive. Somebody is really, really ready to thrive. So some people may be asking if you want to go out to listen to some music. it's going to depend on who it's asking you to go out to listen to some music. Really, it just depends. Yeah, because you're extraordinary. So there's a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored, right? And so I feel like you want to be around people where you can kind of be yourself. Matter of fact, I actually posted some peacock videos, some very beautiful peacock videos on my Instagram, where the peacock literally looked like it was a model on a runway, kind of slow turning around, so everybody could see like the peacock images. So if you're on Instagram, check it out. Check it out. I just posted it today, and I also have it on TikTok too. But yeah, so yeah, it just depends on who it is asking to listen to music. But you may, and somebody, the 3 and 7 is 10. But for you, it just depends on, well, this particular group of energies. You may end listening to music with a particular group of energies just because of just the things people talk about people behind their back. It's like the energies don't want to see certain people thrive behind closed doors, even if they're an open book. Like, people get the wrong idea if somebody's an open book. So whatever. So here we have outrageous openness. Dear love, open me to your will. Release me from my attachment. Surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what's needed, and I'm open to receive. All right. That is what I have for you. Like I said, keep your vibrations high. Keep your week positive as much as you can, depending on where you are. Hopefully the weather is nice where you are. But like I said, your video will go up on the Patreon side as hopefully by the 31st. But we have a full moon in your sign on the 11th of June. It's going to be a strawberry moon. So yeah, so that's going to be good. Fruits of your labor. All right.